Peace, family. It's your boy King Over Tuna. I'm back again with another episode. In this episode, I'm going to talk about 5 things I dislike about being in Uganda. I already covered 5 things that I love and hate about Uganda before, but this time we're going to get in depth, speak a little bit more about different things that we really dislike about being here. I got a special guest with me today. This is my boy Oshay from his channel, the Kenganda channel. Y'all see the shirt, so you already know what time it is. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it, all right? What's up, bro?
Thank you, fam. What's up, people?
Man, I'm out here chilling, bro. But yeah, so I wanted to get your opinion on like some things that you dislike, about being here. Because you've been here a little bit longer than me and you dealt with a lot more things than I actually have. So I want to hear like, what's the first thing that you really dislike about being here?
Okay, well, shout out to you. Matter of fact, I met you on the flight.
Yeah, that's right.
In Doha, Qatar. On the way, and if they saw that video, they would actually see me
basically
on that flight with you. So it's been a pleasure meeting you, brother, and we've been stuck here since then. But I would say since we've been stuck here, the one thing that I hate is the curfew.
Yeah, man.
It's the curfew, brother.
Curfew is in the way right now. Because the hours are like super inconvenient.
Right.
And they just got extended a little bit, but only by 2 hours. So what can you really get done in your day, And Uganda is a city that really never sleeps, kind of like New York City.
Exactly.
So it's difficult.
That's what I want to say because I've been to a lot of different places. I've been to, Johannesburg, Nairobi. I know you've been in Kenya too. But there's nothing like the nightlife in Kampala, because the music is jumping, the weather is good, people are out all the time. You can go out and enjoy the clubs, the illusions, whatever, the bars. We went to Lit Lounge.
Oh, word.
Remember we went over there?
Yeah, we did.
So we had a good time, and things are cheap and affordable. But it's like now you don't even know what the weekend's like anymore in Uganda because Saturday, Sunday are just like normal days
basically.
Now. And there's nothing, family. There's nothing as electrifying as Kampala, Uganda. I've been there everywhere in the world. Not everywhere, but in a lot of places. Nothing like Kampala, Uganda. So the curfew is really killing stuff. And then it's not the curfew is 9 because you have to actually leave by 7 to get home by 9.
Because traffic.
And if you get caught out there by the police, sorry for you because the police will put them things on you.
Yeah. That's
so
true.
That's the thing I hate right now is the curfew.
Okay. All right, bro. So I wanted to ask, like, is there anything else, like, as far as like, what is like being, in home? You know what I'm saying? Like, is there anything around the house that you really dislike, or anything around like the neighborhood or anything like that?
Okay, so I want to congratulate Kampala, Uganda on making some strides in improvement, but in the business that we're in, social media content creation, we need to have big files, Google Drive, Dropbox, things like that.
Indeed.
Like when we had the BBC thing, we had to send those things over.
Yeah.
The internet is still a problem.
Okay.
Here now it's gotten better, but you live where now?
I live in Deja.
In Deja, okay. So there's only certain places in the Kampala that you can live in and get like really good fiber internet, like Bukoto.
That's true.
Tenda. You need to live in Kololo, Naguru, Triambogo, Luzira, and those are also the most expensive places, right? Yep. So, the internet is not only very expensive, but it's sometimey. You know what I mean? Like with the power sometimey.
Exactly. Very wishy-washy out here, man.
And if you, like most people, if you're a YouTuber, you spend a lot of money on uploading a video if you use the MTN or Airtel.
Yeah. And
so a lot of times the internet is, because in the United States, Wi-Fi is not a luxury. It's a luxury here. It's only reserved for, fiber internet is common where we're from. But here it's not. And you don't know that when you first come here.
Exactly.
You just thinking that everybody has connectivity like the States, and they don't.
Exactly.
Even restaurants don't have great connectivity.
Exactly.
You go to Cafeteria, you might get a Wi-Fi code or something. Even Design Hub. You go to Design Hub and you get, I love Design Hub. It's an awesome place for a co-working space. Okay. But the problem is that the internet is going to be so slow. Roco Telecom, don't get those people.
No.
Roco is very, very slow. So that's the one thing I hate is the internet connectivity because it hurts your ability to be able to do the business that we're doing.
Indeed. Now, I can say this. I don't actually use the fiber optics here. I use regular broadband, and I have my little box at home. But I've often experienced like, you know, a lot of interference in my area. I'm not sure what's causing all this interference, but whenever there's too much interference, like my signal will just drop. And I could be in the middle of an upload, or I can be in the middle of doing anything, you know, using my data basically, and it'll just drop on me just like that. And I'm like, dang, you know, so I'm pretty much out back. I have to keep restarting my my internet, the broadband modem. I have to keep restarting it in order for it to, like, you know, get a signal or something of that nature. And if it rains, you can just forget about it.
Yeah, you talked me out of getting Airtel broadband because I was going to get it for the studio.
Okay.
And when you told me about the problems you had, I was like,
Yeah, and in that area where the studio is located, it's an area called Kansanga.
Right.
There's so much interference in that area. But unfortunately, well, like I said, fortunately, if you live, there's a place called Muyinga, which is right in the same area as Kansanga. This is one of the rich neighborhoods that he had just mentioned. They have good service up there. Like, they have good connectivity up there. You go down that hill into Kansanga, interference everywhere. So definitely, if you are a content creator, you might want to consider getting like fiber optics or something. But if you get a regular broadband, just make sure you're in an area where there's no connection. And if you are, well, no interference.
Right.
And if you are in an area where there's a lot of interference, just know that you're going to be, you know, wasting a lot of time and a lot of money on a service that you really can't use, basically.
Right. Facts.
All right, so I've experienced like having a lot of issues with getting electronics in this country. Like it's either they have it or they don't. And if they do have it, it's super, super expensive. Is that something like you experience here?
Yeah, not enough electronics.
Okay.
And see, for us, we live where Best Buy is there, Walmart is there, Radio Shack, Amazon. If you have Amazon Prime, you can deliver the same day, depending on where you live. And obviously, you know, as African Americans, we have access to credit cards and things like that.
Right.
So when you come to Kampala, your credit card doesn't matter, right? It's more of a cash society. And then you just can't find a lot of things that you need to operate the business.
That's true.
Even if it's like you talked about on one of your videos, access to power chargers, power banks, you know, USB cables. Those things are not really so good here. And you know, you could go to, like, if you want to do a PC build. So you've seen us do. We were there yesterday in the PC Gamers Hub.
Yep.
We can go to Best Buy and get something from Corsair RAM. We can get NVMe storage, no problem. When you come to Uganda, nobody sells that. And if they sell it, it's triple the price.
Yep.
And so I will give you a tip. UG Unlocked, okay? You can order from Amazon directly there or ship it. Now, the thing about it is it takes 2 weeks. So let's say if you don't have it, it's a 2 to 3 week time. Even right now, we have a lot of stuff that you're looking at that we ordered 3 to 4 weeks ago. And we just got here today.
Okay. So
that's the problem. Not enough electronics. Because you do need, you know, like, if you're in the business that we're in, laptops is good. You need RAM. You know, you need, you know, if you want to have access to cameras. Literally, Kampala is one of the few places in the world where you can have money and you can't use it to get what you need.
Basically.
And that's a problem that, you know, even Jumia is huge, but Jumia hasn't addressed the problem of electronics.
Yep.
So with Jumia, you can get, you know, you can get power banks, but you can't get high-end stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
From Jumia. I think when Jumia starts to operate like that, or we can get like the Pan-African person that can create a digital platform, we could buy, you know, things. That's better, but you can't get the electronics. It's very difficult.
And it's also difficult to get access to it. Like, for people who are abroad, you know, you can order things from Amazon, but you really gotta go through like a middleman to do with so many different things. And that's irritating for me. Like, I like to do stuff on my own. You know, I got that Amazon app on my phone. I like to just go ahead and do what I got to do. But being here, I got to be conscious that I cannot do that all the time because it's going to be increased charges. You might run into the issue like you had where Amazon sees you purchasing a bunch of things from another country. They think it's fraud, so they just cancel everything on you.
Cancel all the orders.
So
you got to have your bank dispute those charges. So also remember, when you order through a company like UG Unlocked, there's another brother in Kenya by the name of UK Dukas. I talked to him on the phone for about an hour. You can use companies like him. He delivers UK to Kenya. He's trying to get to the Uganda market. But UG Unlocked has worked out very, very well for me. Shout out to Paul and his team. You know, basically, and Roger. You can, if you give them the money, they can order it for you. They'll ship it there and bring it here. They only charge per pound. They don't charge taxes on the item. on the weight. So that's how you got to do it. You got to find a solution, the best solution right now.
That's a fact.
That we have, yeah.
Okay.
I don't want nobody to be offensive to this, but people are often late.
Very tardy.
Now I can struggle with this myself, but thankfully the guys that work with me here in Kenganda, even you, like you'd be like, yo man, when we shooting today, bro, I'll be right there. Like, you know, you, and that's why it makes it easier to do stuff. But unfortunately, with some of the brothers and sisters here, not all, but, you know, being on time for a meeting, people don't really have, like in the West, time is of the essence. Everything is on time. We need to do things on time. And I will tell people that's in the diaspora, if you come back to the continent and you can implement on how to maximize your time, you'll do so much better than most people, and teach the other brothers and sisters here about time, because people here, they will work and they know about that, but being on time or like just hanging out a little bit is somewhat that's here. But you know, when I want to collaborate with somebody or do something, I have to get in and out, and that's important because the traffic is already going to help you lose time as it is. You'll lose time because of umeme, the electricity, the power go out. So you only have 24 hours in a day. So when you come to the continent, you know, if people are tardy, it takes away your ability to do things you want to do for that day. You're already going to lose a lot of time anyway.
Exactly.
So if I found that's been my success here is typically, you know, I'll try to maximize all the time that I can. Okay. And it makes me more efficient. But a lot of the people don't understand that.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, that you might work with.
Especially that we on curfew too, so time is of the essence.
Yeah, time is of the essence. But you know, I've learned, instead of like being upset with people about like, yo, why are you late? Why are you? I try to like, all right, well, you know, I try to explain why we need to be on time, why we need to do things at this time, and people understand it, and it's creating a new culture. Because in the West, Americans typically do very well in some countries, because if it starts at 8:00. Definitely, you're supposed to be there. Yep. You know, in the military, 8 o'clock, not 8:01, 8 o'clock, right?
Well, we got this thing in the military, it's called 10 minutes prior. So they like, if you're on time, you're usually there 10 minutes before you actually need to be on time. Right. So that's something I try to live by. Now, I can't say, you know, here in Africa, well, the first thing I learned about being in Uganda is that Africans move on what's called African people time. Yeah. Now, we got CP time in America, you know, so that I know, you know, people can be tardy all over the world, but out here, oh man, don't expect to get things done on your time. Like, you really got to be patient out here, and I had to learn that patience myself very quickly.
I'm glad you said that, because even with getting like products or services done, people take their time. And so in America, you would be able to complain to somebody, like go to my supervisor and be like, yo, you know, and then people would apologize for it. Oh, we're sorry.
Where's the manager?
You can't do that here. People gonna be looking at you like, wait, you have a problem. That's just how things work here. And that's the thing. Like, everybody does things on their own time. You know what I mean? So even if you're paying for it, sometimes you might have to give a tip to make it faster. Yeah, that's the truth. You know, that's just how it is. But I think that if you're coming from the diaspora and you come in, whether you're Ugandan coming back to Uganda or Kenyan coming back, wherever you're coming back to Africa to do, if you can inspire people to, you know, be more serious about the time, you'll see a lot of things happen faster on the continent, because we just losing too much time in the day. You know, kicking and hanging out or just being late or whatever. So that's pretty much it.
What I usually try to do, if I got to meet up with somebody for content creation, I try to schedule it early in the day, so that way I at least know if there are any delays, we still have time to do what we have to do. Right. Now, I'm trying to be more morning oriented, but I'm really not a morning person, so I do a lot of my production and things like that at night or overnight or something like that, and I usually stay up like, you know, late nights into the morning hours. So it's difficult for me sometimes, but I am getting better at it. So I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like it's only African people. It's all of us, you know. But it's just about, you know, like he said, stressing to the individual how important it is to be on time because of everything. But luckily that we are in curfew, people have been getting better at being on time with things because they don't want to be stuck, you know, after curfew hours, basically. So people have been making sure they get to where they have to go and do what they have to do and be where they have to be, basically, in the time that they have to do it. So, you know, that's just one thing, you know, like I said, that you got to deal with here, and it is what it is, family. It ain't going nowhere, and it's nothing you can really say or do to make a change. People are going to tell you, this is Uganda, this is how things work here, this is Africa, so it's not your home, basically. So
that will happen. Yeah, that happens. So
just humble yourself, all right?
Traffic, family. And not only does this bother us and the African, American expat Ugandan community, everybody hates this. Ugandans themselves hate it. They don't like it. And the traffic is unbearable. Yesterday we shot a video at PC Gamers Hub, and you actually came by when we were shooting it. And just from Bukoto to go to Kansanga, which should really be about like a 15 or 20 minute drive, it was there took an hour and 45 minutes there.
Wow.
It took about 2 hours to come back. So that's 3 hours and 45 minutes of the day. Now, I think what happened here is Kampala was originally designed to be a city of 500,000.
Mm-hmm. There's way more people here than that.
Yeah, but and I think Kampala has also failed. Uganda has also failed to make, a secondary city.
Mm.
Like for example, you have Lagos, you have, Abidan, you have Abuja, Kenya you have Nairobi, but then you have Mombasa, and you Kisumu. Tanzania, you have Dar es Salaam, Arusha, and then you have Dodoma, which is blossoming.
Okay.
But then you come Uganda, and then there's Kampala, and there's what else? But then you have 48 million people. So you have all these people come into this place to look for work. People from the west come here, from the north come here, from the east. The international community comes here. Now you have Entebbe, which is very close by. But
Entebbe's not really popping like it should be, though, to be honest.
And there needs to be, and obviously Entebbe is still in the Buganda Kingdom.
Yeah.
But there needs to be another city. I don't know if it's going to be Barara. I don't know if it'll be Jinja, but there needs to be a focus. The government needs to focus on a secondary economic city.
It should either be, in my opinion, Entebbe or Jinja. Now, this is the opinion of a foreigner. The reason why I say that is because, let's start with Jinja. Jinja is home of the source of the Nile. Yeah. That is the biggest tourist attraction of the country, in my opinion. Like, that's something you can market for years to come. You will always be able to market Jinja because of that. Now, Entebbe is the same way. Entebbe has the airport. Entebbe has a lot of different things in Entebbe. The zoo, there's different things to shop.
Botanical gardens.
Beautiful out there.
Yeah.
Botanical gardens. So, it's so many different things you can actually capitalize on, but for some reason, the government only focuses attention right here in Central, which is Kampala City. Yeah. And it's a failure to me. Now, as far as traffic goes, one thing a few things I wanted to mention is, first thing is infrastructure. There are not enough stoplights to control the flow of traffic around the town. And when you get to the main part of the city, the downtown area, or the city center, you'll see a few. But you don't see them on every intersection, or you don't see stop signs in every cross section where you wouldn't see a traffic light, basically. And then at a roundabout, there are no traffic lights at all. Now, they do have traffic police, but the traffic police do not act as someone who can control the flow of traffic, basically. They only really step in when it really gets bad. Other than that, they just are a presence, basically. You understand? So that's an issue for me, because it's like, that's a huge fail. Like, y'all are building roads without putting any kind of stoplights in intersections, and then you have people, if they got an opportunity to go, they're going to take it. It doesn't matter, whether you come in or anything like that. If they got an opportunity to go, they're going to take it. You know what I'm saying?
Very aggressive driving. In the United States, people drive for the other person or try to do that. But you don't hear people.
Exactly.
They drive for themselves.
And they are bumper to bumper on you, all right? Yeah. I kid you not. You got a nice little car and all of that. Don't take it out to the capital or be around in the city. Go to the outskirts or something like that, because these guys really are bumper to bumper with you. And I'm not sure how the car insurance and all that stuff works here, but it looks like they don't really care. Because I've seen many accidents, people just drive away they don't really give a crap. Yeah. So it's like,
I've been in one before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, so it's just crazy. I only been hit by a few cars here, but I mean those are my mistakes. But I was on bodas and stuff, man. So I'm a little, I live the dangerous life, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's like, with traffic, man, there are a lot of things that could be easily fixed that could really improve traffic, but I see that they're not really investing in that. I'm not saying that they aren't. I just have not seen it yet. So that's just, one thing that it truly bothers me, here, because And when it comes to content creation, traffic is an issue. You know, it goes back to the whole tardiness thing. When you're trying to do something on time and you're trying to be somewhere at a certain time, traffic can just be absolutely ridiculous. And you got to spend more money to get to where you got to go. If you got to, like, if I'm taking a taxi and I got to get out of the taxi because traffic is like deadlocked, I got to get on the boater now. Boater prices increase during traffic hours. Yeah. So, you know, it's just a lot to consider. You know, if you guys are planning on coming here and you got your own personal vehicles and things like that, these are things that you definitely want to consider when you get here. All right, so other than that, family, I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe now. If you are not new, please leave a comment and a like. And just let me know how you guys think about this video. Give me positive feedback. Also, I have to put this out in this video, and I will put this out in other videos as well. If you are a person who has a product or a service, do not solicit my subscribers in my comment section. Okay, my comment section is not for you to promote your products. You can email me, and we can work something out, and we can talk about it. But I'm not going to allow anybody to just be in my comment section and promote their businesses or any services, because people will think that I'm allowing it. So they think that I have something to do with it. I have nothing to do with that. So anybody who reads these comments and you see those things like that, click on it at your own risk. If they drop a link, you do that at your own risk if I haven't already deleted it. All right, other than that, family, if I don't promote it, don't go with it, because I have nothing to do with that, okay? So once again, I will reiterate that in future videos as well, but I have to put that message out there because I've seen entirely too many people who are dropping links and putting phone numbers and stuff like that in my comment section, asking my subscribers to call them and message them on WhatsApp or click on this link for whatever, or they put their YouTube channels up there and stuff like that. Come on, fam. Come on now. We're not going to do that, all right? So, family, you know, just keep an eye out for those things, and everybody else, you know, y'all have a blessed and wonderful day, and, you know, just be on the lookout for the next video, all right?